Hi everyone, thank you for joining in. I would like to present you my long-term short review of the Mark of the Unicorn MOTU M2 2-in, 2-out USB-C audio interface. I've been using this device for over 8 months. I think now would be just the right time to review it. So without further ado, let's start from unboxing. It comes in carton box with thin plastic wraparound. On the back of the packaging we've got good explanation about the device and its capabilities. Not really special, rather simple but effective. In the box we've got MOTU M2 series M2 2-in, 2-out USB-C audio interface itself and some accessories. I have to say that there is not so much of accessories comes bundled with M2. Basically we've got just an USB-C to USB-A connection cable, software bundle and some paperwork. USB-C to USB-A connection cable is quite standard looking, seems to be a good quality and has a quite nice feeling to it. Another very important feature which makes this interface so unique would be beautiful LCD matrix display. Also important to mention that MOTU M2 has a high quality headphones amplifier, so it would make a great choice for those who often use headphones. Let's take a closer look at the interface itself. It's made completely out of metal, solid aluminum build. On the front panel we've got double mono stereo, microphone line instrument ins, monitor plus 48-volt phantom power knobs and 6.3mm out jack for the headphones. On the back of the device we've got quite convenient and comfortable on-off knob. Input and output for MIDI plus balanced 6.3mm jack outputs, USB-C connector, stereo RCA outputs and Kensington security lock. One of the most attractive features of this device, besides pristine audio quality and overall build, is the presence of quite large color matrix LCD display with exact representation of the volume on incoming and outgoing audio streams. All construction seems to be very good, very well engineered. The only thing I'm not entirely happy with is the size of the USB-C connector on supplied cable. It is not really convenient for my setup, so I've opted out for this Ugreen L-shaped plug USB-C to USB-A braided cable. It is a very good cable, also makes possible to place M2 audio interface closer to the wall, as it is in my particular setup. Now let's try to connect it to my desktop system. Firstly, let's connect USB-C to USB-A cable, then I would like to connect one condenser microphone to channel 1 or left. As you can see here, display comes very handy. On the right side it shows volume level of master out, and on the left side, as you can see right here, we've got level of incoming signal to the channel 1. I have to say that although there is no physical scale with numbers, the indicators are quite precise, so it is very easy to navigate through. M2 comes with the software bundle, which includes production software packages. MOTU's own Performer Light, Ableton Live Light, pack of the virtual instruments and 6 GB of loops and sounds. I would like to talk a little about MOTU's own Performer Light, multi-channel high-end digital audio workstation, which is included in this bundle. Digital Performer, one of the best digital audio workstation at this moment. In fact, Digital Performer, in different form obviously, was one of the first MIDI editing digital workstation, which was presented in 1984 with one of the first Apple iMac computers. It was written for work only on a Mac platform, but later in the 90s it was also rewritten for Windows. This day's lighter version of Digital Performer, or Performer Light, offers multi-channel audio recording, 32-bit floating point audio engine and package of nice and useful plugins and instruments. Almost everything what one would need in order to create serious audio production. As you can see here, the interface is quite common and easy to use. Not so much different from Apple Logic or Ableton Live. The quality of audio produced on it is also exceptional, on par with mainstream pro audio workstations, so to say. Now let's come back to the M2 USB-C audio interface. It works absolutely perfectly in desktop setup, but these days most of the audio recordings is made outside of the studio, at home or even outdoors. So let's try out some simple so-called normal live situation test. Here I've got Samsung Galaxy Tab Active 3 running Android 12. I'm going to try out MOTU M2 with it. The point of this test is to check out on stability and quality of audio recording with MOTU M2 connected to Android tablet. As a source, I would like to use my old vintage LP player connected to line in channel 1 and 2. As a recorder, I will use Cubase's app for Android, downloaded from Google Play Store. Speaking of the USB-C connector, it also made very well. The cable firmly stays in. Little random movements does not affect quality of the connection. I always try to use double mono instead of stereo, where it is possible. So let's make 2 separate mono channels in Cubase's. Now everything is locked and loaded, so let's start. All rotary knobs made very well, with just exact amount of resistance to movement, which makes quick level adjustment an easy thing to do. Unfortunately, Android OS is limiting Cubase's to 48 kHz maximum, but otherwise the quality of recording made with this setup is absolutely top-notch. Moving on further to the iPad OS. I have to say that iPad OS does sound very well, almost without limitations. Therefore, MOTU M2 is absolutely perfect partner for any iOS or iPad OS running device. I tried it out with numerous applications and it was always working very well. Overall, my experience with MOTU was absolutely great. Serious, rugged build, precision, attention to details, latest generation of high-end audio processing unit, which is capable of native 24-bit 192 kHz resolution, makes MOTU M2 absolutely unbeatable. I could easily recommend this interface to anyone who is searching for high-quality premium class audio interface for portable or studio use. And that would be all for now. Thank you very much for joining in. Thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe and see you all next time.